Hey guys, we somehow got lost and ended up in Oklahoma, and we are loading a lot of stuff. In fact, this one is, we knew ahead of time this one was going to be pretty busy, so we got 2 box trucks. We have 2.5 days or 2 days roughly that we're going to try and load. And there is this yard, there's a 2-story garage, there is a farm 15 minutes down the road with a ton of old cars, and we bought it all. You know how we do. So we bought everything. We're going to try and load. This is going to be a trip that's probably going to take multiple times out here, but there is a lot of, it's 99% early Ford, which we love obviously, and we got to go through and dig all this stuff out and see if we can get it loaded. So I'm going to keep my intro short today because we have a ton of work to do, but we're going to show you what we find along the way. This is crazy.
Good? We can slide it on the forks. Good, up. Hold on. Ready? Go ahead. All right, hold that. That's go ahead. See if it'll go. It's pretty off the ground. Go ahead. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Set. Nope. Try it. See what it does.
It might just roll.
All right, hold on. Head turn a little bit. Head back a little bit. You're gonna keep your straight back. Angry beat. It's actually working, huh? Fan the bucket. Alright, start spinning.
Go ahead, spin it.
Oh! Good, back a tiny bit.
I got more room.
Oh, okay. You're good there. Go ahead. This is fun.
You might have a little second over these.
So we got this upstairs loft area that is just packed. Same thing. So what we've been trying to do, you see, I can't even see back in there hardly. There's stuff in anything. It's like dog food bags. There's probably parts in them, but there's just stuff everywhere. So what we're trying to do is get like the big stuff out that we can pack in the front of the truck. So hoods and hood sides and fenders and all that stuff, get that all down so that we can always see the smalls, because the smalls all mixed in here. So a little overwhelming, but we're slowly making progress. So we're going to start tackling close to the stairs and work our way from there.
All right, so this is day number 2.
Wet, rainy.
Yeah, yesterday was
Cold.
So nice and beautiful.
Beautiful weather yesterday. Today, quite the opposite. So today, so we got the one truck
Halfway?
maybe halfway. I mean, everything packs really tight, so we were busting our asses trying to get a lot of stuff moved, and we did move a lot. And then like I was in the building digging stuff out, and I come out, I'm like, we're only like a third full. What?
Yeah.
And it's like especially sheet metal packs so tight, which is good for us, but like we still have another truck we need to fill. So we're starting to get close to halfway in the other truck.
I mean, it was only like 4.5 hours yesterday.
True. Half a day.
Yeah.
You know, and we then at the end of the day got the last cabs we had dug out, put in the other truck just to get that done. I'm glad we did it because now it's raining and it's going to be sloppy. So we're hopefully going to, for the first morning, we're going to try and get most of the stuff out of the upstairs and big stuff out of here, and get that in the truck and get it packed. And Then hopefully the rain tapers off and we can work in the yard some. We still would like to get to the farm, but I don't know. It might end up being so sloppy we might not get to the farm where all the other stuff is. But at the very least, we're gonna go and at least show you guys like the second trip what we're gonna have to deal with. But I think we have enough here that house and yard we could probably fill 2 trucks and still have stuff left over.
Oh, definitely.
But
I mean, we took a bunch out of here yesterday, and it doesn't.
it hardly looks like it.
There's little pockets, like that shelf had a bunch of stuff, and all the garnish molding way up. It's dark up there.
All we really were able to do is get this this area so you can actually walk in it, and there's still parts and like small parts everywhere. But we just got like we're trying to get just the big body panels that are blocking certain areas. And like upstairs, we'll show you in a bit. Like I would move stuff, and then you find a box that's blocking a whole nother layer of stuff. So there's many layers to this.
Yes, it's like an onion.
Yes, and it's yeah. So we're gonna start working, get the truck packed. We're gonna, I think, attack this building since it's raining, and just daisy chain, get everything kind of out as much as we can.
Yep.
And see how we make out. And when hopefully, fingers crossed, the rain actually stops or slows down the next hour or so.
Put all this shit out here.
Get rid of the ramp.
How do you want to put it in?
I would say stand it up on that end.
I was told to come in here and...
Well, we need to film, and I need
Where? Holy shit.
to be got it.
I think the first truck's basically full. There you go.
Is that our cut?
Cutters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say you got them too quickly.
I was gonna say, do you really think I got him that fast out of his toolbox?
Unless you saw them sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Like a whole hood here?
There's so much, like back here, way underneath all this shit, I'm seeing like more 35 headlights. I can't tell. I thought they looked like decent.
Yeah, that's 35 car. 36, sorry. Oh boy! I need some help. Back here.
Where?
Right here. Look straight ahead.
Oh. I don't think he can hear you. I heard you from the truck.
It's all good. It's a pain in the ass to try and climb out. Just set it right there. We got more coming. All right, end of day number 2.
We made a giant mess. These estates, I know our comment section is always wild with people that are critiquing how they would do it if they owned our business. This is one of these examples where we came in, they're looking to clean up, but in order to clean up, they need to get rid of the good stuff, which we're buying. But there is no trash dumpster, there is no scrap dumpster. So we literally were running into a very frustrating situation here, especially in this building, where Mike's shining the camera or shooting the camera. That area over there we cleared out, but then to start clearing out this area over here, there was just as much trash there. So we moved the trash over there to find all the parts there, and then we had to move the trash over and then move more trash. So we're now, everywhere we go, there's so much trash. And unfortunately, we got to go through like every box because there's empty boxes, and then the next box beside it has like 36 Ford, running boards in it. We never know. So that was very difficult. Back here, we kind of decided to call it quits for the day.
Basically, this half of the building back has to be done.
We haven't done downstairs here really much of it at all. It is a total disaster because we have nowhere to go with any of this stuff. There's just trash and wood. And
all of this above us is filled.
Yeah, there's still a lot. There's a back above this, way back here. We started taking doors out. There's probably still another 20 or 30 doors up there. That's on top, around the corner, in the back. We have to drag them out, go over, across, and then out this little hatch area here that we can hand them down. Very time consuming. We were running into a lot of those doors, ended up being like what we call off-brand stuff that we're kind of like lukewarm on, and we didn't want to fill the truck with like 50 doors that are all like worth zero. So we kind of left them for now, and we can maybe another time.
And also remember, we have a second property we need to go look at tomorrow morning.
There's another property that has a bunch of cars that we made, like parts cars. We were able, way back there, I was able to snake some hoods and stuff out. It's hard to see with the light, but way back there, there was a bunch of parts we dug out. There's like headlight buckets and stuff that are on the top of the wall, but the way that they built the platforms, we can't get to those. You have to actually take all those doors out to stick your hand down from the second, the loft area, the mezzanine, to get to that. So it's like a little difficult, very frustrating, because you see a part and you want to get it and you fixate on it, but you just physically can't unless you move all kinds of stuff. So this area here, we plucked a little bit out, but we couldn't get a lot. The upstairs is, everything's kind of a disaster, because I think next time we could probably, and we were speaking with the family about it, the next time we come back, if we arrange that they can get a trash dumpster, maybe we'll go in with them on a scrap dumpster or something like that. And we can also start throwing away literal scrap. There's a lot of stuff where there's like fenders that are just like pieces of them, or this gentleman was piecing fenders together and then selling them. And some of the stuff, the labor involved to fix them is so small, but we can't bring them all the way back to Pennsylvania. So still a lot going on in here. Mike was digging some smalls out. He got a few bins of smalls out.
I got frustrated. It was like 5 tool things to 1 car part thing.
Yeah, so we didn't really do much like in this area.
I looked through this a little bit.
A little bit we did in here, but there's like all these cabinets and
I looked in them. There's no car parts.
So we're still digging. There's stuff mixed everywhere. Again, because we have nowhere to go with it, this area we have now kind of cleared out for most of the good car parts, and we're just putting, you know, as you can see, we had to throw cardboard and trash way out into there. Here we started uncovering all the all these bodies. We didn't know if they were half of bodies or whole bodies. There's 1, 2, 3, and I think there's a
fourth one back
there. And each of these bodies are filled with parts. So we got in some of those. We ended up cutting the door off the one because there was a ton of good hoods and stuff. And to be honest, these bodies, while they're not bad, they are two-door sedan bodies and they're not worth a ton of money. We get criticized a lot, but for us to drag this stuff across the country to maybe get $500 or $800 for a carcass or, you know, a body, because they are rusted in the floors and stuff. 35.6 two-door sedans aren't bringing a lot of money. There's a ton of them for sale. So really, they're worth a lot more in parts. The doors, the cowl, the dash, the steering boxes, all that stuff. A bunch of these are sitting on frames. So our goal is next time we can try and get a machine in here and pluck some of these things out. But we need to get a metal dumpster and a trash dumpster to make a path to get in here to do that. That's, again, kind of frustrating. Around the other side, we didn't even really tackle yet, to be honest.
I plucked a few things out, but it's such a mess.
So this is just a lifetime of collecting. It happens. It's not saying anything ill about, you know.
There's just nowhere to go with it.
There's nowhere to go with this stuff. So you can see here, there's two back halves of two-door sedans here that are also like filled with parts. And there's a cowl shoved in the other one. There's hoods against the fence that we can't get to. There's this area here that we haven't even addressed yet. And some of this stuff, like you can see, it's just like crumbled up. It's dry, but it's so crumbled up. It's like, we're having a tough time. You know, do we save it? Is it even worth the hassle? So we'll show you the trucks, how far we got today.
Yeah.
We made good progress.
Let me show you my favorite thing we found. I don't know what the purpose of this was, but it's two Model A trunk lids.
Welded together.
Yes.
That are both pretty roached. I wanted to save this one because it's like there's remnants of a trunk lid, but the outside's pretty bad. So I started cutting the welds to separate it, but again, it's like
lost interest after about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's even worth it to again maybe get $25 for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. So some of this stuff we're leaving. Maybe the next time we come, if we have like empty space, we could just throw the whole thing in. But we don't want to fill the truck with all that kind of stuff because it's very expensive to move. So still doors that are kind of, a lot of this stuff over here is like maybe stuff that like is usable but kind of rough.
And a lot of it was inside the building. We just needed to get it out.
Yeah, to get it outside. Some of those. So we like this one. This is one of my favorites. Very complete car. Well, apparently that car they couldn't sell, so.
This is the only part of that car we found, was this door. So.
But even here, 35.6 fenders and stuff like that are pretty roached, but again, we may, depending on the situation, we may have room and we'll go pick back through them. So this, oh yeah, there's some Tudor sides. And then this, Jason's been killing it, filling the truck.
Killing it.
Yeah. We got this half of the truck starting to get pretty packed. This truck is
a lot of sheet metal.
90% sheet metal. We kind of started running out of small. So the goal is tomorrow we're going to go to the other property in the morning, probably with the machine, and hopefully we can maybe steal some cabs out of there, steal them out of their graves. So some of the stuff sunken in the ground, so we're going to have to pick it up, cut the frames, whatever it takes, get them in here. We'll show you the other truck. It's pretty ridiculous.
All right, we drove this from over there to here. Hopefully, the back door opened.
Okay. Making sure nothing's gonna fall on me. Packed.
This is the most we've ever brought home in one shot, I think.
Yeah, I think in one trip, because usually we don't, a lot of times when we do these trips, it's hard to get enough help to do this. We've done other estates like West Virginia and some other ones where it warranted bringing multiple truckloads, but it's always hard to find enough people and enough time. So this time we were able to actually put aside like two and a half days basically to do it. So Jason killed it today. Jason,
it's this way the entire truck.
Yeah, all the way forward. There's how many cabs in here?
There's only one cab in here.
One cab. There's a 33 two-door sedan project in here.
Yeah, I forgot that's in there.
That's all the way in the front. Pickup bed that we plucked out of the yard. There's another pickup bed that's in there that's on on some wheels, but we can't even get to it, and you have to pick it up over a 46.8 coupe that's sitting there. So I don't think we're gonna get that this time. But this is just totally packed all the way to the front. Doors, you know, sheet metal, a lot of smalls actually. Mike and I were filling all these Tupperware bins. But Jason was telling us that he filled every little square inch and nook.
The cab that's in here is literally just full to the ceiling with stuff.
So the other one's probably not going to be as full with smalls, but again, the doors and sheet metal, and if we put a bunch of cabs in it, it's going to get pretty full and heavy too. So yeah, that's end of day 2 or day and a half.
Yeah.
But the second day of this adventure, we're done. We're gonna go get Mexican food at the same place again because it was delicious.
We'll do a review this time.
Yeah, it was really good. But we're gonna do that, and we're gonna move some trucks around, and then hit it hard tomorrow morning, and then we got to start booking at home tomorrow evening. So it's gonna be a busy day tomorrow.
Start to day number 3. We're in the middle of a farm field. We are here picking apart some of the cars that are out here in the field. Bunch of trucks. Matt's already hard at work, so we'll take you guys around and show you what's here. I mean, it's just a big field full of cars. So we're gonna try and save what we can, pack in the second box truck, and call it for this trip. So we're gonna get to work saving what we can.
so we've every one of these estates, we figure out there's a magic, there's a little like secret to all of it. So this one, the secret is if you see dog food bags and something wrapped in it, it's probably good stuff. So Mike found how many sets of doors in that back corner?
This whole rack under here is doors, and we haven't even got to it yet.
So I was back there digging, and I found like a modern hood, and I got annoyed and gave up.
And there was hoods also hanging up here.
Yeah, so I got the 2 car hoods that were up there, and then I gave up. And then Mike started digging today, second set of eyes, and we just found dog food bags, and there's these signs. So we like to document this because people call fake all the time, but you never know. So found this one, Acme Tire City Service. That's pretty cool. And this is the same thing, just a vertical. Very cool. Good find, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole fucking engine back.
All right, so we made a giant mess, and it also rained a bunch and is muddy as heck, as you can kind of see. It does not look like we made a dent, and we have 2 26-foot trucks filled to the brim, and doesn't look like we made a dent. That's mainly because we had to displace a lot of the trash and junk to dig. I'm sure every time we started digging in every corner, you would find these little pockets of neat stuff that we were finding. So I'm sure we have to come back, and we're going to come back and dig some more. Not only that, there is like complete bodies that are back in here that are useful, and all kinds of stuff. The big thing is we need to actually get some dumpsters here that we can start cleaning up scrap metal and also trash, and start making a dent back here so that we can actually get all the good car parts out of here and get them saved. That's the most important thing with all this stuff. Luckily, the gentleman that owned all of this stuff was very understanding. He knows the deal that this stuff needs to get saved, or it might have gotten junked if something happened to him. So we're glad that he's proactive, and we were able to hook up with him and get this stuff. We start moving this stuff on to new homes and not get scrapped, which is the goal with all this. So that's it for our Oklahoma trip. We're gonna jump in these trucks and book it home like a herd of turtles, and see if we can get everything unloaded. So as always, we'll do some sort of unloading video. The unloading video is going to be pretty wild on this one because there's so much.
We might even do 2 per truck.
Yeah.
1 per truck.
We're not sure yet, but as always, if you saw something in the video as we were loading, panning shots, any of that stuff you were interested in, we can't stress it enough. A lot of the good stuff gets sold before we've been listed on the internet. So definitely send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com. We can take a look and see if we have it, or if there's something specific, you can reference it in the video and we'd be happy to sell it. 99% of this stuff's going to be for sale. The only thing, surprisingly, out of this whole lot that I am keeping for myself is those 2 signs that Mike found at the very end there. They were very, very cool, and it's a cool memory to put on my wall and save. Otherwise, pretty much everything is up for grabs. So send us an email. We need the space. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.